So the second part, or the second angle that we took for this control strategy, was that we looked and screened different commercial HCP reagents. And we actually evaluated 11 different commercial kits. We did a total of 4 suppliers, and we took up 7 reagents from an initial valuation and used those 7 reagents and evaluated them by ELISA MS. We used 2 different harvest samples from 2 different processes from the same CHO cell line. We used this ELISA MS method that has been published some years ago by AlphaLyse. I won't go through into the details. You can see the reference in the corner. But basically, the principle is that you capture your HCPs in your ELISA plate with your different reagents. So in this case, we screened these 7 different reagents using this method. And what we came up with was this. So again, we used 2 different process samples. And what we ended up came up with were 2 of the reagents that showed the best coverage. I might use this here to show you that, well, there was an overall coverage around 40 to 45% across the 2 samples. What is also interesting is, of course, your coverage for higher abundant HCPs, so HCPs above 500 ppm, you are around 70 to 80%. So you had a pretty good coverage actually for higher abundant HCPs. What we further looked into, so this was a coverage analysis performed on a harvest sample, but we also looked into what, since we already did the HCP profiles on the bulk samples, on the bulk antibody samples, we could also look at what kind of, well, if the different reagents actually covered the HCPs that were present in the actual product. And again, we found one reagent that was a bit more, or that was superior to the other one, because it could actually identify all of the HCPs that was present, or it could detect, I would say even more, all of the HCPs that were present in the different bulk samples. Again, what did we learn from this approach? How does this contribute to this overall control strategy? Well, one thing is that we had a chance to really screen commercial kits, commercial anti-CHO HCP kits, and figure out which one was the most optimal for our process. Again, when you start a product, when you start a new project, you don't want to start up and using or creating a process-specific kit from the beginning. So this is a really good way to find a commercial kit that was really available and use that and screen that and find the one that is more suitable for the process. Second of all, what we also realized was, does it actually detect what we think or that we know is present in our final material? It's fine if you have a huge coverage, if you have a high coverage number, but if it doesn't really detect the HCP that is present in your product, is it then relevant?